So yesterday we walked through and we spoke about the course onboarding template. I spoke to us about the external course key, the course ID, the course name, the term key, and the data source key. And also, I remember I mentioned that the external course key and course ID are similar information that to be imputed in both, both columns. So, the course ID or the course code should be included inside the external course key and also under the course ID. Then the course name, like we all know it by default, which is the course title. We refer to it as a course title, but we call it as course name. You include that here inside the course name section. Then the term key. Term key here in this sense basically represents your semesters, all right? Each institution possesses a unique semester for their own institution. So you include that there, under the term key. Then also you have the data source key, which by default, every institution possesses a data source key for us all to use. So don't forget, external course key is a course ID where you have course ID. So you're duplicating what you have in the external course key and you're also placing it in the course ID. Then you have a course name, which we all refer to as course title. You include that there also. Then term key. Term key in the sense that refers to your semester. So you also look at that. Then you also have the data source key. Then after that, you have the course node association. The course node association basically this just allows you to associate your courses to the respective department or faculties as you please. So you also have to ensure that whatever information you're inputting rather here must be correct. So the external node key basically refers to the identifier that we've all created in the GUI of the Blackboard via the institutional hierarchy. So the identifier is what you place under the external node key. Then the external course key now basically refers to the course ID. Okay, it refers to the course ID. All right. So you include that there also. Please, I hope you can hear me. Can we still hear me on my screen? Is still visible to everybody? Just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me and you can still see my screen. Okay. You can still see the screen. Good. Okay, great. So external node key basically refers to your identifier as as you've designed in the GUI. Then you have the external course key. Now, what is external course key? External course key basically refers to the course ID you created from the course ID here. So basically, you're putting your course ID under the external course key. Then your data source key, as always, remember your data source key always with you, always going with you, whatever you're onboarding, whatever onboarding you're doing, whether it's users, courses, or enrollment, you're doing that with the data source key as always. Okay, then you have the external association key. Now, what is external association key? The formula basically refers to, okay, let me test our knowledge a little bit. Let me also let you know that my session is always interactive. For some that have had sessions with me, you will know this is me. I want to ask, who remembers the formula? Who remembers the function of the formula for doing the merge between the external node key and the external course key? Who remembers the formula? If you know the formula, just raise your hand. I'll come to you and I'll ask you have to give me the formula. Okay, just raise your hand. Okay, you have to give me the full formula, ma. You have to give me the full formula. You have to give me the full. Okay, I have a bit of hand raised. Okay, not a problem. I have Mr. Mwazo. Okay, let's start with Mr. Mwazo first. Allow Mike. Okay, Mr. Mwazo, go ahead. Could you give me the formula?
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead, sir.
That is your active cell D now, right?
Yes, external association key, yes.
Yeah, joining which one and which one, sir?
Merging the external node key and the external course key. What's the formula?
Oh, it's equal sign, then concatenate. Then you highlight the cell of A2 and then the cell of you concatenate, right? Open bracket. Then cell A2.
Okay.
Then comma.
Nope. Remember, no. Remember, we're not using comma. We're not using comma.
Okay. Then
Do you remember? Do you remember the what do you call it? The special character. It's not a comma. Who remembers? Who can help Mr.
it's
Marvin here?
dash.
No, not that. Someone
Dash.
say pipe. Pipe delimiter is called the pipe delimiter or line breaker.
Okay, then the other column, B2.
No, we're missing something. We are missing something. What's that? There's something missing.
Okay. I don't know. The way I used to do it is not like this anyway.
Okay, so let me put it up. So it's first of yes, you got the first part equals to concatenate open bracket A2, very correct. Now after that, you input double quotation open after the pipe delimiter double quotation, the
Then double
dash,
quotation
close
again.
quotation, then double quotation, yes.
Then pipe
Then
again.
thank you, Mr. Enoch Augustine. Then
Okay,
close
my
that.
own is I'm using comma and it works
Oh,
instead of that pipe.
you might need to check that. Don't worry, we'll come to that. We'll resolve
Okay.
that. Normally, comma
It's all right
doesn't
then.
work. Blackboard do not
It's all right.
accept it. Probably is why you're having a challenge with the onboarding also.
Okay.
Yes, or the
And then
association. So
B2.
yeah, then B2.
Then
Then
you
we'll close
close the bracket.
quotation. Yeah.
Then enter.
So yeah, if I put PGM here and I put this here. So basically that's it. So thank you very much,
Yes.
Mr. Mazu. But thank you, Mr. Motayo. Thank you, Mr. Enoch, for your contribution. Thank you so much. I see everybody. So basically, that is how it works. Okay. So you do that, you merge, both of them together as we go. Now, that's that for the association. Now, let us understand that the association part of it is not really a problem, right? Association of users is not really your main focus most of the time will be the onboarding because guess what? It is the onboarding that now equals to being the association. So if your onboarding is not correct, your association will not be correct. All right. In fact, it will not go through. So be very, should I say, I don't say careful, but pay more attention to the onboarding than you're doing with the association. So make sure your onboarding is right, then association will come in easy. Okay. Thank you so much. So just for context, everyone, the information is being shared on the chat box. So from the Google form for you to fill the attendance, the YouTube link to yesterday's session, and the contact information of every support officer that is on this call at the moment that you need support from, that you need assistance from, you can reach out to any of them and they will assist you as fast as possible. And furthermore, let's move forward. Then yesterday we did what we did. We did user onboarding. Okay, we did some user onboarding yesterday where we spoke about the users from external person key to user ID, the first name, last name. Okay, don't worry, it will be correct. Engineer Oluwafemi Rosuji, it will be corrected. Your institution will be included there. Thank you, sir. So the external person key, the user ID, your first name, last name, your email address. And I made mention that while yes, maybe things like gender might be a bit of a challenge, maybe it's not available or you're not sure of their department. The most important things there are the external person key, which contains the staff ID for staff, or optionally institutional email address, not personal, institutional email address. Then you have for students use their matric numbers. Then the first name, last name of the user, very important. The first name, last name of the user. Then the email, a functioning email. Remember, a functional email address that is being used. Then a default password. Now, for admins, please note. I'll repeat it again, and I'll note. Kindly, the default password is designed by you. Okay, the default password is designed by you. The idea of the default password is that once you don't have to be saying, oh, looking for password for somebody. Create a standard default password, give it to your users. It is their responsibility to now go ahead and update their own password, make changes to their own password, all right, upon entry. All right. Now, going forward, you have the student ID, basically matric numbers for student or staff IDs for lecturers, your departments, then the phone number or mobile phone number, in short term, M phone, the gender, if necessary. If there's a gender, if you can get all the genders of everyone, you include that. Then you now have the what? The data source key and the institutional role. These are information that are most often time only available to the those who be carrying out onboarding yourself. So if you're doing onboarding, you should get access to your own data source key and institution role. Okay, so having done all of this, we're going to move forward with the remaining templates, and we're going to speak to today. We are going to start. We did user onboarding yesterday, so we're going to talk about the user node association. Okay, the user node association template. So now, what is the user node association template? Let me ask a trick question, right? I call it a trick question. What is the difference between a user node association and what differentiates the user node association and course node association? Okay, just a moment. Okay, Mr. Mazu again. Mr. Mazu is like you want to win our giveaway prize today. Mr. Mazu and Mr. Patrick. Mr. Mazu and Mr. Patrick. Okay. Maybe I'll talk to my executive. Maybe we'll do giveaway today. So my question is, what's the difference between the user node association and course node association? Who can tell me the difference? Mr. Mazu, your hand is raised. You want to say something, sir?
Hello?
Yes, Mr. Mazu, go ahead.
Yes, as the name implies, user
Yes.
node association associates user to a department, while
Right.
course node association associates course to a department. Basically,
Right.
that's what I
Thank you.
understand about.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Yes, Mr. Patrick, go ahead.
Okay, user node association maps users to the respective nodes. It could be
Okay.
departments, it could be faculty or schools, while course node association maps courses to the respective departments.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. So, Mr. Moza and Mr. Patrick, you're very much both of you are very much correct. It is practically this. It's just the difference is the name. One is for courses, one is for users. Remember, it's the same identifier that you use in your node association. It's the same thing you will use, for the external node key here for the user onboarding. Then external user key now basically um, highlights your users now, user information. That is the information you imputed under the external person key, probably the email, the institutional email address, functioning institutional email address, or the staff ID of the staff or matric numbers for students. Okay, so we're still so basically it is that easy. Now you might be feeling, oh, it's confusing. It's not if you get your onboarding right, association is not a problem. Association is actually easier, it's actually better. Okay. So any question on the association, on the course user node association? Any questions? Let me also remind us that the course node association allows you to, the user node association, just the way the course node allows you enroll multiple courses, that is the same way the user node allows you to enroll or rather associate multiple users to their respective department. Okay. Do you have anybody have any questions? Anybody has any questions? Okay, seems we are good to go, so we can move forward to the next template. So the next template what we're looking at is what we call the term. The next template we're looking at is called the term template. Let me share that. My apologies, I have to be going in and out of screen sharing. Please, can we confirm that we can see my screen? We can see the screen and you can see hear me loud and clear. Audio quality, video quality is still good. Okay, all right, thank you very much. So, okay, Mr. Ayodeji K, yes, Ayodeji K, yes, you have a question. You have a question? Yes, clear. All right, that's great. Thank you. All right. Now, the term here, remember, we've mentioned term before in the course onboarding template. We've spoken about it a couple of times on the course onboarding, especially. Now, you might be wondering term. What is the term template? The term template basically is that template you use to onboard your semesters. Now, each institution possesses a unique what do you call it now, unique semester. If you now decide to maybe design one for your faculty, you want to design the faculty semester, you can also carry out such. Now, for instance, I'll explain all the headers here so that we can be in sync. All right. If you're confused, not a problem. Remember, we always ask questions and we'll give room for people to ask their questions. Now, first up we have is the external term key. So the external term key here basically refers to like a registration, just like you have the external person key, right? Or external course key. External term key is also that identifier used to register the semester. So it's more like a unique identification for the semester. Okay. So what do you do here? You can just as it's designed, as you can see on your screen, as it's written, you can just write, you can uniquely design your own based off of the initials of your school. I can call mine, let me say PGM underscore, let me see, BBLMS, right? Then probably put a year. Anyhow you want to do it, we can replicate. So we can say, we can call this one BBLMS or PGM, no, sorry, rather PGM first semester, sorry, not BBL, rather FS, first semester. My apologies. First semester. PGM FS means first semester. We can replicate the same thing here and change this here to what? PGM second semester. So there's an option of using the initials of your school alone or using departmental initials, right? You can choose which one best suits your own, whether it's the initials of your school or whether it's just the departmental initial. So the option is yours on which of them you want to pick and use to do your your external term key. So having done that, you've probably put the date, you've put the year and everything. You've written that. So let's put it 27. Then you put your data source key as usual, right? Put your data source key as usual. The data source key basically, like I tell you, always goes around with you at every onboarding. It is very important. Then you come down to the name. What do we want to call it? We can call it, we'll just say PGM first semester. PGM first semester, sorry, there. Okay, first semester 2026. You can come down and say, we can call this another one, the second one we can call it PGM second semester. PGM second semester. We'll put at second semester 27. Okay, so you've written that first semester, the external person key, you've included your data source key. Okay, then now we can move, you've included the name of the semester. Now, this is the tricky part. Trust me, it's not so tricky actually if you know it, but it's not so tricky. I can guarantee you that for free. It's not so tricky. It's actually pretty straightforward. We have the start date and the end date. When does the semester start? When does the semester end? Now, this affects your course onboarding. Why? If you put when a semester starts, which means that course, the course starts at a particular semester. When that semester ends, that course stops being available to students. The idea is you do not have to necessarily go and press close, right? You don't necessarily have to go and press end of the semester. You don't have to end the course before the course will know it automatically has to end at this period of time. So if if you want to do it, like I said, if you want to do it by faculty or by department, it's also a choice. Okay. So I remember somebody asked a question, oh, how do we, start and end a class, and how does it stop student from seeing a course or class at the end of it? This is one of the ways you can do it. You can put a start date and an end date. Now you might be wondering, why is it written? The Blackboard collects the data or the start and end date from the year to the month to the day. So it's backward. It's backward. I don't know if you understand. But yes, Mr. Clement. One moment. Okay, let me give you access so you can unmute your mic. Okay, Mr. Clement, you can unmute your mic.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Yes, sir. I want to ask, the starting days and the ending dates has to do with
Yes.
academic calendar. Now, in a situation whereby the academic calendar is being truncated by student unrest or maybe national issue, how do
Come
you go
again?
back to reset? In the case of academic calendar, which will be used to set the starting date and the end date, is
Yes.
being truncated by student unrest or national issue, how do you go back to change the settings? Since you said the course will automatically end itself. So I want to know, how
So,
do I go
yeah,
about
so when
that?
the course ends, right? So when the course ends, it stops. But as a lecturer, you can go back and restart it. I don't know if you
What
understand.
I'm
The
saying,
idea is
this will be,
thi-
do you know
this
that
is more.
this must have been done through the postman?
Yes, I know. Yes, I know. This
Yes.
would have been done
So,
through, but as a
yes,
lecturer,
this was, okay.
yes, I understand. Yes, it's been done via postman, but as a lecturer that is taking a course, you also have the ability to go back and reactivate a course even if you're done. Remember, there's a complete option which is on the GUI. As a lecturer, you have the ability to complete a course. When they say course is completed, it means you're done teaching for that semester. You can turn the course off. Okay. You can also now reactivate the course and make it open. This is more of an automated option. Is
Okay,
that okay,
thank
sir?
you. Yes, sir, thank you.
All right. Mr. Kamfa, second, let me unmute your mic. Go ahead.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. So, my contribution, I wish if this system can be made more flexible for more instructors and then let me say the admin users, because if it will be possible for most of these things to be done on the not on the blackboard itself, because you see using this postman to do all the modification, sometimes it's become
Yeah.
more complex, and then there are people that you see they find it very difficult to navigate all these using the dashboard or the template of the postman, but using the blackboard itself, it will enable many to navigate all through. Because I remember let me say years back ago, when we start accessing the blackboard, most of these things were done directly using the blackboard system, all the modification, the addition, your course onboarding and the rest. But now with the introduction of the postman, it has made the thing a little bit complicated for many people. So if there's a way that you guys can make this thing very, very less complex for most of the admin users and even the instructors, please.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Okay, so one of the reasons why we had to move into Postman, or rather we left the initial phase, was because there was a little bit of not I won't say there was a bit of confliction because some people had similarities. Now, via the Postman, right? Let me explain to you. It looks technical. It looks like it's looking like a lot of complication or confusion. There are two things involved, especially when you're doing it. One moment, Dr. Sule, I will open the mic shortly. The idea is once you've arranged what you need to do, right? You've written out what needs to be written. You've arranged out all your semesters and everything. The only job you have to do is more like you're logging into your application, your bank account, transfer money. So you just go into the postman and click send. And as I said, I think it's this Excel part that is confusing a lot of people. If I'm not mistaken, it's the Excel that's it's looking like a lot of work, looking a little bit challenging. But I promise you, it's not as challenging as that or as complicated. That's why I'm taking my time to explain it properly, calmly, so that everybody has, a bit of understanding of what it is. Dr. Sule, you want to say something, sir? Well, I'll come back to you, Kamfa, sorry. Dr. Sule, you're going to meet your mic, sir.
Good morning, resource persons.
Good morning,
Yes.
sir.
I was the one that gave complaint yesterday that we couldn't follow up at all. And then even when I dropped the complaint, later my network ceased completely. And today I made to start with you, 5 minutes to the time I was on track. Now I expected that the columns generally be explained and how to input what, so that we have an insightful understanding of the workability of the board itself before even manipulating. But
So you're saying the columns should be explained? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, at least so that
I didn't hear you well.
columns, when you say this column is for this column is for that, I just saw writings on the and you started explanation.
No, that's what I'm not done. No,
A youth was
I'm
sent.
not done. I'm still speaking.
But for us to understand the workability, let's have a definition of the columns and why. That's all. Then at least we will improve upon eventually.
All right, thank you, Dr. Sule. All right, thank you very much, sir. So, yes, Dr. Sule, I'm actually explaining the columns. I'm actually not done. It's just I opened a bit of a room to explain what just give, or rather, people are trying to ask questions. So, yes, I'm not done explaining the columns or everything about the columns, okay? So, now, I made mention, I remember I started from the external term key. The term key basically is a registration of the semester, the identifier which you would use most often time in your course onboarding. That is what the term key basically represents. So you design it, you can either input it by the initials of your school or by initials of your or by faculty. Now, the data source key in this sense also is sort of like the identification. I remember I always repeat it. You use your data source key for every upload you're carrying, from user onboarding to course onboarding, user node association to course node association. Your data source key always goes with you. It's a form of identification also. Now the name. Now when I refer to name here, name basically refers to the semester. What would be the name of the semester? What will be the name of the semester? That is what is written here as name. Okay. Now, I was on the start date and end date. Now I was trying to speak to Mr. Kamfa. So now, Mr. Kamfa, the reason why you're not able to do it on what do you call it? On the GUI right now, as one of the reasons why you can't do it on GUI on the user interface, because you won't be allowed to customize the identifier, which is the external term key. That's one of the reasons why you're not able to edit it on the GUI. You'll not be able to customize the term key, the external term key, which you will end up using on the course onboarding. That's why we allow you to use the template here and create one for yourself. Name it as you please, and that will be the term key, or that's what you'll be using going forward. If you were to do it on the GUI in itself, right? If you were to do it on the GUI in itself, you will only have strings of text and numbers, a long strings of text and numbers, which can get complicating and confusing sometimes. So instead of having that long list, why not just have a simple 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3? So the truth is that the reasons why we're doing this is so that we can break it down as much as possible. Somehow, if we do it on GUI, a lot of us might not still understand some things that are there. and it's going to be very bulky. Okay, so that's why we say, okay, using the template is easier. And like I mentioned before, the postman, I know all of us are scared. You don't necessarily have to be a computer science student or a computer engineer to do it. I am not a computer science student for context. I can tell you for free, but I can tell you it's not so extensively complicating or confusing. Okay? Mr. Kanfa, is that okay, sir? I don't know if you're there.
Okay, yeah, I'm still here. It's okay. Me, I actually don't have much
Is that
challenge with this because, hello,
okay?
sir. Yes,
Yeah, I
I
understand. I
actually
think
don't.
for yeah, I understand. Yeah, I think for the
But
context
because
of
of their
others,
audience,
not just
in which
yourself.
I know
Yeah.
they will pass through this similar thing. And then one of the challenges, sir,
Mhm.
after using
Yes.
converting or saving using the CSV,
Yes.
the command delimiter, the
Yes.
way we're inputting it here, it's in a row and column using the A, B, C, D. And then at the end of the day, when we want to upload it on the postman, you have
Postman.
to convert it back to using notepad to do the conversion.
No.
And many people still
Okay.
have an issue to that.
Yes. So you see,
That's when
I
some of the
don't.
challenges
Yeah.
come up.
Yeah. Yesterday I showed us something. That's why I said, if you notice, let me show you something in my Excel. I don't know if you can see. Can you see the formula? Can we all see the formula on my screen? So now,
Yes.
if I put 1, 2, it will not go. Can you see? And one of the things I told us, I said, instead of using comma, use the pipe delimiter. Now, I showed us yesterday about how to do it using the, what do you call it now? I know this is not you, Mr. Kamfa. I know it's not you, but just for the others. Now, instead of you going back to text, to go and be changing it on text editor, this is what I said. I'm going to reshare my screen again so that we can see what I'm doing. So remember I said you go to where control panel. All right. You go to control panel. Now this with control panel, you don't have to go and be changing it in your going to text editor to change it. Right? If you do it here like this, you don't have to go to the text editor to change it. That's the idea of this particular configuration. And I said this configuration, you can always go back and change it at every point. Now, for everyone that is still using the command or that is still having to go back to the TXT, please follow this process and make that change. You can come back and adjust it at your spare time, okay? Now, go to control panel, come to where you have clock and region. Now, where you have clock and region, I need you to select region, okay? Select region. Now, you see this, can we see the interface here? Can we see this small interface that here's format and administrative? Can we see it? Now, when you come there, I want you to select additional settings. Please, are we following? Can we hear? Can we see it? Can we see what's on the screen? Great. Now, from there, you come to where you have list separator. All right, list separator. List separator. Now, by default, your list separator is a comma. Right? It is a comma. So in this case, you don't want to, like I said, you don't have to work going back. So you change this comma to the pipe delimiter. That's the line breaker. All right, the line breaker. You don't have to go back to be changing. So once you do it here, you apply and you click OK. You repeat the same thing and you click OK. Now, for some systems, you need to restart Excel for the function to happen. Okay, in some cases, you need to restart Excel for that to happen. In other cases, Excel automatically has it. But just for authenticity or just to be sure, you can restart Excel and get it back. So you do equals to, you can just cross-check, right? Open bracket, then you see a line. When it says text one, you will see a line that looks like a very long letter I or long, big letter L in a long one. So that shows that it has been done. Now, when you do this, right? When you do this, let me show you the end result, how it looks like. So you don't have to go into So you don't have to go to your text editor to always go and change it. Let me go here. Okay, one moment. Let me just, sorry, just a moment. Let me take this out. I'll show us something. Let me show you the end result. So we can understand where that is. So we share the screen. Now, can we see what's on my right side of this? Okay, my screen is not showing you. If you can see my screen, can you just give me a thumbs up? Now, can we look at the pipe delimiter? Can we see what's on the edge of my screen, that where you have the white background? Can we see that? Now, that is, okay, Mr. Thomas, you want to say something? No. Sir? Okay, so you can see you can look at the, if you look at the the data very well, you can see the pipe delimiter there, you can see the list separator, you can see that it is in pipe. When you do that configuration, this is how your document should be looking like. You don't have to be going to the text separator to go and be changing it. That's why you're giving yourself a little bit of extra work when you always have to do that. But the truth is, you don't necessarily have to once you do the configuration I just showed us now. So please, if you've not done the configuration, go and do the configuration and test it. If you need to reset or restart your Excel, restart your Excel. If you need to restart your system, restart it so that you have less load of work. All right, so you have less load of work. Are we good? So, Mr. Kamfa, I don't know, is it okay now? And for
Yeah, it's
every
okay,
other
sir.
person, is that good? Okay. For every other person, is it okay now? Is it better?
We're following, sir.
All right, great. So let me finish up this on time. So now I was mentioning something about the start date and the end date. Start date and end date. So one moment. Back to what we were saying. So the start date, remember, you start with the year first. The start date means when does the semester starts. The end date means when does the semester, when the semester or that semester will end. So you start by writing in the year first, right? So we'll put this as 2026. What date or what particular month would that be? Let me say March. Then when in March specifically does it end? When in March is it going to be 15th, going to be 14th? The choice of date and time is up to you as an institution. All right, the start date and the end date. So when does the semester start? When does it end? That's first semester. When does second semester start? When does it end? Then duration. This duration, just leave it as range. The availability, leave it as yes, and the role status, you leave it enabled. If you don't want the semester to be enabled, then you put no. Okay, if you don't want the semester, to be available yet, you put no. All right, that's N. If you don't want the semester to be available, you put N. But if you want it to be available, then you put in the year Y. Mr. Enoch Augustine, yes. One moment. Okay, just a second. I'll have to actually mute your mic. All right, just a second. Yes, Mr. Enoch, go ahead, sir.
Thank you, sir. My question, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, sir. My question is around in that duration of the things. Why is it that why is it in range? The
So when you say
duration.
range, yes,
Yes.
duration
So
means duration will be like how long. The range is basically between you're putting that range just so that it falls within the start date and the end date. It's just a way of communicating to the Blackboard system or to the system. You're telling it, let it fall within this range, the range that has been listed below, which is the start date and the end date.
Okay, okay, no problem. Thank
Yeah,
you, sir.
yeah.
Thank
Thank
you, sir.
you. So after that, you input your duration. After inputting your duration, your available indices and your row status as enabled. Okay, the row status as enabled. Uh, do we have any further questions before we move forward? I'm keeping the enrollment templates for the final because the enrollment is very the word would be to very interesting. So yeah. Okay, Mr. Mozu, go ahead, sir.
Yes. Sorry, it's like I overheard. Yes. Hello.
Mr. Thomas, 1 minute, please. Yes, Mr. Mozu, go
Hello.
ahead.
Yes, I overheard someone saying we had to onboard a particular table before onboarding terms templates. Why I'm asking this, there was an instance where we are asked to hold on regarding terms templates, so we hold on, but that couldn't stop us
Yes.
from onboarding our courses.
Of
My
course, yeah.
question now is, can we still go back and onboard the terms template? Haven't have onboarded our courses now?
You can
How does it
repeat it.
affect?
So what? Yes, you can redo it. What will happen is it will just update sort of. It will update the information. So when you almost likely have to also re-onboard the courses because then you have to attach the term to the course.
Okay, okay.
So when you do that, it's just going to update. So now it's more or less you now have a streamlined data. What do you call it now? You have everything aligned by semester.
So why I'm asking, do I have to delete the one I already onboarded?
No, no, no,
Yeah,
no,
the
no, no,
first
no, no.
one.
Don't delete the courses. No, don't delete the courses you've already onboarded. Just edit, add another column, put the term key, include the semesters, and re-upload it.
It's all right then.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right, no problem. Mr. Thomas.
Yes, I wanted to ask similar question because I've added the courses already,
Okay.
and I've added the user on the board, and I've also onboarded the student already on
Yes.
the board. So, and now there is no way for me to edit and maybe include this information you are talking. So how am I going to go about it? Am I going to create another one
this
again?
no. This only affects courses. It doesn't affect users. It only affects courses. So what you do, right? The same course, the data you uploaded for courses, all you need to do is open that same one, the same Excel or CSV file, add a column, just the way you can see here on the course onboarding. Where is it? Can you see it? Can you see the course, the term key there?
Yeah, I do it manually, not using
No,
Postman.
doing it manually, you're going to be stressing yourself, so you need to do it on a bulk upload. That's going to take you time. Manually takes very long time. Bulk upload is
But
easier for
I've
you.
done it manually and I've done with the courses already.
Okay. I think we might need to have a separate session with you to see how we can handle that. But nonetheless, there's a solution to it. If you've done that already. Did you take note of all the courses you wrote down?
Yes, I've done manually and I've
Okay.
even.
If you've taken note of that, you've taken note of the courses already, not a problem. It's basically just adding an extra column and re-uploading it using the bulk upload.
So there is no need for me to still do using Postman to upload the courses again.
You
Because
can
now we
no,
are,
you've already created, like I said, you've
I've
already
already created
created.
the courses and I've onboarded the student already on the Blackboard.
Yeah,
So
like
the
I
thing
said,
left for us was for us to begin to assign courses for the lecturer so that they can be able
lecturers.
to. So that was
Yeah,
what
I
was left
understand.
for us.
No, yeah, I understand. Not a problem. So that is not a problem. That's fine. It's something we can assist you with later on. That's not a problem.
Thank
Yes,
you,
sir. Mr. Kanfa, go ahead.
Yes, sir. I just want to add on what Mr. Thomas said and then other
Mhm.
addition. So assuming
Mhm.
I have all the courses already for my institution from 100 level to 400 level. And then I want to onboard all the courses for all the semesters, first and second semester, 100 down to 400 level. And then, some of these courses will not be active. And I believe that's where the indication will come, either yes or no,
Yes.
for enable or not enable. So is it possible for me using the postman to onboard all the courses for the institution and then thereafter using the same postman to start enabling those ones that are ready or due for the semester, or we have to onboard them one at a time?
No, you just update.
Okay.
Remember,
So
remember,
using the same postman, go to
using the
update.
postman. Use the same
Okay.
upload, your data upload, right? The same. So the idea is you have a single document, right? Which you use in doing the
Yeah.
upload, a single Excel file. Now, most of the time when you're making any changes or making any adjustment, you can just use the same file, but you just choose a different link. It could either be an update link or it could be a new upload. But for this case, you just need to update.
It's all right. Using the same template to do your
Yeah.
update.
Yes, just
Okay.
update. Yeah.
It's all right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Okay, so I think we're done with this one. So my colleague Chris would take over for Mr. Enoch. Do you still have a question?
No, sir. No, sir. I'm okay.
Oh, okay, not a problem.
Yeah,
Not a
yeah, yeah,
problem.
yeah. I'm okay. Yeah, thank you.
All right, just a moment, please.
Yes, sir. Please, can I ask a question?
Go ahead, sir.
Okay, yes. Please, I don't know if it's possible.
Good morning, sir. Morning, sir. How is everything? Fine, sir. How was the night? It was fine. Let me just kind of
Hello. Okay. Yes. My question is, or it's just a suggestion. If you can just run through the postman itself, sir, the dashboard, the content, and then so that people can see the content, what it entails for one to onboard, just
Yeah,
to
we will show
display
that.
the detail of the
Yeah,
postman. Yes.
yeah, not a problem. So that's fine. My colleague is going to come in and is going to speak on the postman in itself, and he will show you how it works. Mr. Haruna Ishaku, can you want to ask a question? Mr. Ishaku, you want to ask a question? No. Okay. All right. Just a moment. Okay. All right, please. I would encourage us to kindly fill the attendance form in the chat box. It's there. Kindly fill out the attendance form as required. Your name, your email address, phone number, and your institution. Kindly, Mr. James Adoyi, please. Do you want to ask a question? Mr. Adoyi, do you want to ask a question? James Adoyi. Okay, please, I hope we're all filling the form. We're all filling the attendance form in the chat box. It's there. Please go and fill it out. Okay, thank you, Don. Well done. Thank you, Ma.
Sorry, sir. Which one is the attendance form? I can't get what you asked us to do. Sorry.
Hi, is it the network? Hello, sir, Lincoln, sir.
Sorry, sir. I think you asked us to do something which I cannot get. Please, can you come? Can you come again?
I said you should kindly fill the form. Fill the form.
I didn't get that form. How can I get the form?
Please hold
Sorry.
on. I'll just stand by, please. Hold on, please. Hold on. Hold on. Just a moment.
Okay.
Form is not opening. It's not responding.
Just a moment, please. Sorry, I've just sent in the link again. Please, let's quickly go in and fill it. My apologies for that break. Please, you can go in and fill the form. The form is available. It's working now. Please, you can go in and fill the form. We can go in and fill the form. The Google form is now open for us to view. Please go in and fill the form. The form is working now. You can go in and fill the form for yourself. Okay, I think we can get back. Can we get back to class now? Are we good? Can we get back to the class now? Can we get back to the class? Haruna Ishak, okay, I want to suggest that you prepare a sample for each of these templates for universities comes like this, and should come from the schools that also the templates are the same thing, Mr. Ishak. All the templates are the same. There is no difference. All the templates are the same for both colleges, polytechnics, and universities. Okay, the templates are the same thing. It's the same process as it works. Okay, well done, Mr. Kelechi.
All these things they make noise. Oh.
Come again. Okay, done. Okay, all right. My colleagues will be there. They will be monitoring your logins. Sorry, excuse me. Why? Shima units, I've been trying to fill the form, but FU Kotangora is not on the list. It to be updated. Sorry about that. Shima units to be updated. Kindly go back and check again. All right. Please, we'll update the names of the institutions on the list. All Everybody just be patient. All the names will be updated on the list. Don't worry. We'll get the right names on the institution included. Then my colleague will share his screen now so he can speak to us about the postman and how it works. You know, but Mr. Ahmad, do you have a question, sir? Your hands are still raised. The template, if you have access to the starter kit, a link to the starter kit will be shared. The starter kit has access to the template, so it's been shared. We had actually done that before, but I don't know. Let me see if we can get you something here. So the starter kit has been dropped. So please go in there, pick up the starter kit, and make do with what is you see there. The CSV template. Okay, for thank you for that. So go into the starter kit and make you can see this is the template there. Mr. Patrick is there, so you can check it. All right. My colleague will be taking over from me, explaining the postman to you and the enrollment. Mostly the postman. So thank you very much, everyone. I'll see you all shortly again. Please, let's enjoy. Chris, the floor is yours.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Can you see hear me clearly? Okay, great. So, my name is Christopher Ebosi, and I'm basically here to show you around Postman. Let me assist Lincoln so he can go and rest a bit. So, yeah, this is basically what the Postman API looks like that we're all talking about. Now, I hope everyone here has been able to download this application. Even if you have not set it up, I'm going to cover the account creation, logging in, and also basically integration with Blackboard. So please, I would like maybe a reaction. Everybody, give me like a thumbs up or any emoji that you like. So let me know if you have downloaded the application. Okay, do we have this application yet? Do we need to, should I show you how to download it? Do you have it installed already? I'm not seeing any reactions yet. Okay, so I think I'll just go on then.
So, okay, Chris, somebody said they've not been able to download it. Tijani Atukale Hikmat says, not yet, please. How do we download? What's the app name? App name is Postman.
Okay, so let me just quickly do this. So first is first, what we want to do, you go to your browser, any browser that you like to use. Okay, so you go to your you can see my screen, right?
I can see your screen. Can anyone confirm visibility of Mr. Chris' screen? All
Okay,
right, Chris,
great.
continue.
So
Yes, sir. You can see
thank you very much. Now you go to your browser and then you want to search for Postman download. So this is basically what you're looking for. Okay, and then the link to the website, like that will lead straight to the website, download it, is also being shared in the chat. So you can also go through the chat and then pick all the necessary links you need from there. So Postman download and you just search. It's actually this easy. Let me zoom in a bit so you can have a better view of my screen. Now, this is the logo you're looking out for. This one right here. This is the website www.postman.com. So you just click on this that says download Postman, get started for free. And then to bring you to this page, now this is what the Postman website should look like, the official website. So if you're trying to download Postman and you're not on this page, then you're actually in the wrong place. So you have this button here. This basically, the website basically picks the type of operating system that you're using. The website basically picks, okay, let me see. Can you zoom your screen a little bit? See. This better now, Mr. Clement? So you don't need to worry about this small handwriting you're seeing here, though. This is where the main focus should be. You want to see this, and then you also want to see this button right here. This part, this is a screenshot of what the app looks like, and I'm still going to open it. So, like I was saying earlier, okay, great. So, like I was saying earlier, this button here, the website recognizes the type of operating system that you're using. So, if you're using a Windows laptop, you're going to see this. It's either going to be Windows x64 or Windows x32. Either a 32-bit or 64-bit laptop, and it depends on the one you're using. If you're using a MacBook, it's going to show the Mac logo here and then tell you to download for Mac OS. If you're using a Linux, any distribution of Linux, you're also going to see Linux here instead of Windows. So what you just want to do is easy. Click on this button here, and then the download will start. You can see here, and then it's downloading. So once you're done with that download, the next thing you want to do is move to installation of that file. Let's see how fast this download can be. Also, is there anyone here that has downloaded the application and having issues with the installation? Because the last time we had this kind of session, there were a lot of people that had the application but could not install it. So please let me know. You can raise your hands to speak, or you just drop a message in the chat box. Okay, so our download is almost done. Okay, so the download is done. The next you just want to do is open that download. Once open that file that you just installed, let me just show you what it looks like. So this is the here, you click on it. And then the application would load, you do the installation setup. So this is, I'm getting this error because I already have it installed. So I'm just going to move straight into the application itself. Okay, I think I have gone to play around with. Sorry, just give me a second. So I'm basically reinstalling it. Mr. Ahmed, please go on. You have a question? Oh, Lincoln, are you there? I think someone has their hands up. So
Hello?
yeah, allow them.
Are you
Yes,
hearing
go on,
me?
sir. Clearly.
Yeah, Mr. Ahmad.
Okay, I have already downloaded it. I've seen it and I downloaded it. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
That's great.
Okay.
That's great.
All right.
Have you been able to install it? Okay, Cosmos, please repost the Postman link again.
I
Okay,
just
so
resend the link now.
okay, great. So can everyone see my screen?
Yep, I can. Right.
Okay, great. So now this is, once you've installed the application, this is what it would look like. It's going to be bright at first. I think because of my system settings, that's why it's looking very dark. But for people that might have, let's say, issues with dark themed applications, you can just change the accessibility, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So you have this here that says sign up for free. If you don't have an existing account, you can click on that button. If you already have one, I'm not sure my screen is showing. Let me share everything. Okay, I was good there. Oh, okay. Let me go back. Okay, my screen visible? Good. So now, once you try to create an account for the first time, to bring you to your browser again. So what you simply want to do, you have two options here. You can either create an account with your work email, or you can use the SSO, either Google or GitHub, or there's also an actual SSO that you can use to sign in. But now I would recommend using sign up with Google, because I'm sure everyone here has a Google account, right? So I would recommend signing up with Google, because most times you could have, if you're having bad networks, to verify this captcha here can be very difficult. Okay, but this has gone through. So if you don't have issues with this, you can use your work email to create an account to keep everything official, or you could still use the sign up with Google if you want to use your personal account to create it. So now once you click on that, then it's going to ask you to select the account that you want to use, the Google account that you want to use to create it. And once you're done, you're going to get this. Great to have you on board. It'll take you back to the application. Hold on, it's loading, it's coming up. Okay, so just security measures. If you have any firewall installed, it's going to ask you if you want to give access to Postman or not. So now this is what the application looks like. But let me do this. I'm going to take out this particular collection that I have here. I have a collection already that has the different JSON files that we're going to use for this upload. So I'm just going to take them out so that we can start from scratch, because the idea is to show everyone how to use the system, especially the new people. If this is your first time using Postman, or you do not understand how the application works. Okay, so just going to delete all of this and then come to the home page. So once you've created your account at first, this is the page that you're most likely to be welcome to. Let me quickly change this view. Everybody will be able to see my screen. Okay, I think this is better. So the first thing you want to do, first is first, make sure you create a workspace. Now, if you already have a workspace, you can just click on this button here and to bring it to your workspace. If you don't have one, please create one with this orange button here. Now, why this workspace is important, it allows you to have different, what's it called, different accounts in Postman, right? So you can have one workspace for just Blackboard. You can have a different workspace if you use Postman to connect to any other API endpoints. So you can do the same work inside Blackboard. You can do the same work inside Blackboard. You just need to create different workspaces that you can use for that. So once you've created your workspace, you click on it, it will bring you to this page here. And as you can see, my collections are empty because I have not added anything yet. Okay, so the first thing we want to do, we can create. And let's label this Blackboard. So hold on. So now we have our workspace for Blackboard. And the next thing we want to do is to import. Next, you want to do is to import files, the JSON files that you would need to connect this Postman API with the Blackboard Learning Management System. So once you let me take that again. You want to come here, you click on these three dots, and you have this import button. You click on that, and then you'll be brought up with this dialog. So now I know you'll be wondering where you're getting the files that you're going to import into this Postman. So they're already uploaded on the DICT starter kit, and then the link has been shared in the chat, the meeting chat. So I'm just going to show you how to get this information again and then upload them. So once you click on the DICT starter kit link, you're going to be brought to this Google Drive. Next thing that you want to do is you come to this folder that says Postman resources. Now, mind you, everything here is related to Blackboard, from uploading to the templates to how you can even move around. We also have instructional videos here in this DICT starter kit. So you see, if you click on this folder here, you have instructional videos, recordings of sessions like this have been uploaded on this starter kit for the DICTs and their reps to help you familiarize yourself with the system. You have the CSV uploads that Lincoln took earlier. They're all here in this CSV upload folder. These are the different templates that you're going to use for upload. So now we're doing Postman. So we're going to the Postman resources. Then you want to come to this folder that says JSON files for import. Okay, now these are the files that you're going to import into Postman. The first thing you want to do here is you can either download all these files one by one, or you could just download the whole folder. So let's say you click on the folder, you have this download button here, or you come to these three dots here and then you click on download. Now this would basically download these files for you into your Postman. Into your system, your browser. And then from there, all you just have to do is carry them and import them into Postman. So I'm going to move into that now to show us how to do that import. So let's go back to Postman. And then this is the dialog we showed earlier. You have files and you have folders. Now, from folders, you can just import the whole folder at once. You pick all the files, or you can do files and then pick them one by one. It's really up to you. So let's try doing the folder first. I'm going to click on it. So this is the folder here. You just click on upload. And then to read the JSON files inside that folder, as you can see, we have courses, node hierarchies, term, and then users. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is just click on import. You can see this progress bar here, or menu rather, that shows you your progress for the files that you're importing, and see all of them are complete. And just dismiss that. And then now you have this inside your collection. So you see you have the courses, you have the node hierarchies, you have terms, and you have users. Now you don't need this one because we've already created those nodes on the system. Now the reason for creating the nodes manually was to make sure that every school has a unique node identifier. You don't want to create a node and then just call it computer science department, knowing fully well that every tertiary institution in Nigeria has a computer science department. So you can just delete this one, or you can just leave it there. It's really up to you, but you're not working with this particular section of this import. So we have courses, terms, users. Let's start with users, because the hierarchy of the system is you're uploading users, then you upload the terms, which are your semesters, and then you now upload your courses. Please, I would like this to be an interactive session. If you have any questions so far, raise your hand. If you have any suggestions, you can put them in the chat. If you have any complaints too, you can also drop them in the chat. There are people monitoring it. So let's get back to it. So for users, let me minimize this. You're working with 2 links. There are 6 links here, actually. You have upload new user, update user, delete user, create user node association, update user node, and then delete user node. But you're working with just 2 links here, or let's say 4, rather 3, depending on what you want to do. So the first main link to use, because it opens like a browser, the first main link to use is the upload new user record. Now, this is where you upload the user onboarding file that Lincoln showed us how to clean earlier. Okay, this is where you're going to upload. So like I mentioned, it works like a browser. So you see, it shows just like where you have a tab on your browser. It's going to show here. You can close anyone you want. So you click on this, you can see the tab, and then this is what the page looks like. This is what you're going to be welcomed with. So the first thing you want to do is to come to body. Now, before I even go far, we have 7 different pages here: docs, params, authorization headers, body, scripts, and settings. Now you're only working with 2 pages, and they're already highlighted with these green dots here: authorization and body. Please, we need to familiarize ourselves with these 2. These are the only tools that you need to change or upload files into. So body, when you come to body, this format should be permanently on binary. By default, it will be on binary, but please do not change it when you're making any upload. Okay, then you have a sample template that comes with the application. You can just click on this X button right here to remove that. You click on select file, then you have this new file from local machine. You open this particular file explorer. Okay, and the next thing you want to do is, let's pick the closest file we can find. And let's say this is the file we want to upload. Right now, once you've put the file here, ignore this error that you're. Okay, no, actually, this is in XLS, not CSV. Let's try it. This is in CSV. Okay, so now you have to make sure that you're uploading CSV files to avoid errors on the system. So now, once you've uploaded the file here, you come to authorization, and then you have this username and password. Now, this authentication type should always be on basic auth. You don't need to change it. This particular options, these filters of formats for the body page are there by default. You do not make any changes to them. Now, I know a lot of us will be wondering, what is this username and password? Is it our username and password from Blackboard? Is it the one from the email? Is it the one we used to create the Postman account? The answer to all those questions is no. So this, can anyone still hear me? It's awfully quiet. Any thumbs up? Can anyone hear me? Okay, Mr. Moss, thank you very
Yeah, loud and
much.
clear.
So,
Chris, you have a
okay, Mr.
question.
Reginald, go on. Okay, I think they're just raising their hands to. Okay, Dr. Sodamola, do you have a question?
No. Go ahead.
Okay, okay. So if you have a question, you can just drop it in the meeting chat then, since yeah, let's go on. So now the username and password for this particular account, which is why it's easy to use your Google account. That way you don't need to be shuffling between usernames and passwords. Now you have your Blackboard account that is designated to you alone. Now the username and password here is the SIS credentials that was sent to every DICT. Please, I would like at this point actually do need thumbs up or people's reactions or comments, because every DICT here have their SIS credentials. I know this has been sent out before, but there's been a lot of changes in the various institutions. Some new DICTs have come in, the old ones have gone out. So I actually need people to react or say something now. Do we all have the SIS credentials for our various institutions? Okay, thank you.
For anyone who does not have, you can come back to us later on and we'll see how we can get it over to you.
Yeah, we'll probably just send it out again to them. So now, if you have that already, you should know what would be here. So there's a username and, okay, yeah, Melesle, okay, that's nice. Please kindly, if you do not have it, kindly state your name and the name of your institution, and then would make sure that gets across to you. So in the SS credentials, you would see various information. You see username, you see password, you see institutional role ID, institutional node ID. So, and those informations now are also needed for filling those templates. So that's why I said everybody has access to it, because you cannot fill the templates. You cannot be doing data cleaning for onboarding without the SIS credentials, because the information in those credentials are used there, like the institutional node ID, where you have maybe Castina 5, Enugu 8, Imo 6, those kind of things. So those informations are gotten from the SIS credentials. Now, the username in the credentials for Postman would look something like this. I'm just going to, now mind you, I'm basically just formulating this, but this is what it would look like. Okay, so this is what the username, this is just an example of what the username would look like. Then the password, so let's type in something. So let's say PGM, let me view this. Let me show this rather. So let's say PGM 2026. Okay, so the password could look like this. Now you have this already. You've uploaded your body. This is the template you want to upload, right? You have the authorization, and then you've imputed your username and password. So now I'm going to just copy this to credentials here, though it's not correct, but I'm just going to copy this. Now, why I'm copying it is because this username and password is what you're going to use for every upload in this Postman. So now I'm uploading users, I'm using it. If I'm going to upload courses, I will use the same username and password. I'm not going to change it. If I'm going to upload terms, I'll use the same username and password. Now, for people asking maybe about permissions or maybe basically security conscious questions, if a DICT is uploading, he uses this same username and password. The credentials, which is this username and password, are not tied to a specific user. They're tied to a specific institution. So if as DICT you're uploading data to the system using Postman, you're going to use it. If you want your rep to be the one in charge of the upload, or you want your rep to handle some of the upload, let's say you uploaded the courses, you can assign the users or the terms or any other extra, or even enrollment to your rep. You also have to give them this username and password. They do not have a different one, because this username and password is what is going to tell Postman that, okay, this particular data that we're uploading, this data right here, is going to this school. Let's say this is PGM University. Okay, so this data right here is going to PGM University. That's what this username and password is for. This links here is telling Postman that the data is going to Blackboard, while this username and password is telling Postman where in Blackboard the data is going to. In this case, it is PGM University. So once you're done with this, you've confirmed your username and password is correct. You've confirmed that your body is here. The next thing you want to do is to click on send. Okay, so now once you click on send, you see this area down here, you can see this progress bar. So it's going to tell you if the upload was successful or not. Now, this is obviously wrong because the data and the credentials I uploaded do not tally. So once you have this error here that says 403 forbidden, you don't need to worry about this HTML code. So once you have this that says 403 forbidden, you know that the data upload was not successful. But once you see 200 okay, or you also see a success message here, there used to be an astronaut on this place. So you also see a success message here, a very short message, like 3-4 lines here, and then you see 200 okay here instead of 403 forbidden. Then you're sure that the upload has gone through, and you can go to Blackboard and then confirm by checking your institutional hierarchy. You check if it's users you uploaded, you check the numbers of users. So it's advisable to check those things before and after, right? So when you check the system, you have 1,000 users now. You come to Postman, you've cleaned your data already, you upload it, you go back to Blackboard and you check if you have a success on Postman, mind you. You go back to Blackboard and you check, okay, I had 1,000 before, I uploaded 200 users, so I should be seeing 1,200. If you're not seeing that you have an error in your upload, you can reach out to your support staff and then we would process that error, and probably if it's something we have to resolve or it's something that we have to put you through, we will do that for you. Okay, so now we've uploaded, let's say this is actually correct, right? Let's ignore this error here. We've uploaded these users. The next thing to do is the course user node association. So I'm sure everybody here remembers the step. We covered it yesterday, and I think Lincoln also did most of it again this morning. So you just want to click on this. It's basically like a link. You click on this next link, a new tab will open, like I mentioned earlier. So you can see this one is upload new user and this one is create user node. Please, if I'm speaking too fast or something, please, you can call my attention. So, like I mentioned earlier, can someone please maybe unmute? You can raise your hand to speak, or you can just drop it in the meeting chat. I've opened this particular link. Now, what page am I going to upload my data to? Any
So
comments?
if we pay that, please let's. So this is where everybody's attention will be
Okay,
checked. So
yeah, Lincoln, Mr.
yeah,
Ponfa
Mr. Kamfa.
wants to speak.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Kamfa, go ahead.
So I think we are to repeat the same process. The same process we use for the upload to upload new users or new record, where the first thing you go to your body.
Okay.
So yes, then you still maintain the binary, and then you click on the X to remove the sample user node associate.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you click on the select file to trace your location where your file is being stored. So click on new, yes, new file from location. So you click on the file and open. Okay, yes, so this is the file that has been uploaded from our selected as location. So next you go to authorization.
Okay.
So already each and every of the DICT have their username and their password.
Password, exactly.
So the same username that was used for, and the password will be used as well. Then you click on send.
Thank you very, very much, sir. Thank you very much. That was perfect, actually. That was really, really nice. So yeah, I like the fact that people are actually paying attention. So this way it eliminates the problem of getting stuck when you're uploading data. So, but if you still have any questions, you can still reach out. If anybody did not get what Mr. Pomfa just did or said, please, okay, I can see 2 hands up. Mr. Moazu, do you want to say something? Or do you have your own contribution? Okay, go on,
Just
sir.
an addition to what he has just said.
Okay.
You did not complete it where to notice whether your upload was successful or otherwise in this error matrix. So that was just where he did not. And then additionally, you don't have to input your password and username always. In my own case, it is set. So whenever I want to upload, when I come to this page, it's always there. So I just click on send.
Okay, yes. So now thank you very much, sir. You're very correct. Once you upload, you need to actually monitor the status of that upload. Is it successful or did you get an error? Now, speaking on the username and password being saved, that's a very good observation. If you're uploading for the first time, like if you notice, I started from scratch. I even had to download and install the application again. So if you're uploading for the first time, it is going to be empty, right? But once you have uploaded before, that is when your username and password will be saved. So now let me show you what I mean. Now you know we uploaded upload new user record before, right? So let me close the tab for that. So you see this button right here that says save changes. This is what saves that username and password. So I've closed it and then I've saved the change, right? So now let's say I open Postman again for the first time. Let me even try and do that right now. So let me just open Postman again from scratch. So I can show you what you just mentioned now. Okay, I can still see 2 hands up. So, or yeah, 3 hands actually. So I will take the next person. Lincoln, please, can you check the list of people that have their hands up? Let's take them accordingly. But once I'm done with this,
Yes.
then the next person
Okay,
can be allowed to speak.
I have. So in
Okay,
order
sorry.
of Mr. Abubakar Ahmad, Alegbe John Noah, and Mr. Enoch Augustine.
Okay, great. So now, Mr. Mazu, like you mentioned, let me go back to upload new user. So you see, it even saved the last file that were uploaded, and then let me go to authorization. So this is why you're always seeing your username and password when you're doing any upload, because it is already saved, just like a browser. It saves your history. If you do not want to save it, when you're closing that tab, you can pick that button of the option of not saving any information that was uploaded, and then you have to start from scratch. So thank you very much to both of you. Those are very, very good contributions. So the speakers that have their hands up, Mr. Abubakar, please go on. So mind you, it's
Mr.
already it's
Abubakar, you can
almost
unmute
12.
your mic and
This section
speak.
was okay, so this session was meant to end by 12, but since we're still a little bit behind, let's say 20 minutes more. What do you guys think? So please, if you have any questions, you can start preparing them. You can start typing them in the meeting chat. If it's about what I'm showing you, please raise your hand. And then as we're going along, once I'm done, we'll take questions about that quickly. Okay, so I think Mr. Abubakar is not available. Who's the next person? If you have a question, please unmute your mic and speak.
Hello.
Okay, Mr. Abubakar, go on, sir.
Thank you, please. Please, my question is, as I can see, we have different endpoints. We have create, we have update, we have delete. So now, assuming I create record for the first time, then maybe later on I decided that I want to add some additional record. For example, if it is users, I wanted to onboard additional users or additional courses. So, which endpoint can I use to add?
Sorry, Mr. Abubakar, you went on for a bit. Can you kindly repeat your question? I didn't get you. I know I heard you say endpoint at the end, but what are you having issues with the upload?
What I'm saying, assuming I have created my users or I have onboarded my users, right? Are you getting me?
Yes, I'm listening now. Go on, sir.
Then later on, I decided that I want to add more or additional users or courses.
Mm-hmm.
So I have about 3 different endpoints. One for create, one for delete, one for update.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm to update or to add additional users, which endpoint am I going to use? Is it the create or the update?
Oh, okay. So now that's a good question. Now, if you're adding new users means they're not on the system at all. They've not
Yes.
been there before. They've not been uploaded. You're using the upload. Okay. So for new users, you're using upload. Updates is used when you have existing users that you want to change their information. So now let's say we have users already, but mind you, you cannot change when you're changing information. We're looking at biodata or profile information. You cannot change someone's username. Okay. And now that's it from that's it biodata or profile, the users can still edit their profiles from the GUI, from the user interface, which is the Blackboard system itself. They can edit their profiles themselves. But in the case where you want to do it, let's say you want to do a bulk upload or a bulk update, then you use the update user record. Update user record for existing users, upload new user record for brand new users. Does that answer your question, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So, do you still have any questions, or would you like to drop your answer? Then can the next person please unmute and give your question or suggestions?
Mr. Okay, I think Mr. Clem Augustine, your hand is still Mr. Augustine, your
Yes,
hand is
sir.
still raised.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
he was actually next in line, or maybe he dropped it before
Yeah, go
Clement.
ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so my question is that please can you help us as in the steps in uploading the JSON file?
Yeah.
Yeah, the steps, please can you help us to show us again? Because as we are doing, I'm following step by step. So I just missed that step. Uploading of the JSON file.
Into Postman, right?
Yes, sir. Please can you help us just redo the step one more time, please?
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I'll quickly run through that. Apologies for
okay,
the
okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
distractions.
We really appreciate it, sir.
No problem, sir. Okay, so who's next in line first? Mr. Clement, do you have any questions or
That should
contributions?
Mr. Clement. So you got Mr. Clement, you can mute your mic and ask your question.
Yes, thank you. I want to ask,
Yes, sir.
once you have onboarded the users, now
Mhm.
for graduating students, rather than populating the Blackboard, I want to find out, is there any way one can delete those who have graduated so that you can now put in new freshers? So as they graduated, is there any position or anyhow we can delete those ones out completely, or do we still leave them there?
Okay,
That's my
so
question.
thank you very much. So that's a good question. So now this question actually came up yesterday, and yeah, my boss even spoke about it too. When you're uploading users on a database, you're not just doing it for today's sake. The idea is continuity. Now you're talking about graduates. It is also nice for those people to also be able to come back and you have records of their academic performance. You want to like how do I phrase this? Okay, now they've graduated, right? You can disable their accounts. They won't have access to Blackboard or they won't be taking courses. Okay, but it
Would
is
that
advisable.
would that be done? Would that
Go on.
be done by the administrator or the lecturer?
The administrator. So the lecturers work on Blackboard. Their responsibilities is just to upload course content and then use the system to teach their students. The administrator would be the one to upload those users, lecturers and students, upload courses, the course shells, basically like just uploading an empty course. The lecturers will now be the ones to fill those courses and then basically monitor the user management. So you'll be the one doing the uploads, you'll be the one doing enrollment, but all this can be done at once with a bulk upload. Then the lecturers will just be the ones managing their students and their course content. You're not uploading content for lecturers. You're not collecting any PDFs or any content material from them. You need to just create the course on Blackboard and they'll go and upload it themselves. But to go back to your question, so I don't digress too much, it is advisable to leave the users you've uploaded on the system. So tomorrow, let's say your vice chancellor comes up and he's like, or rather the head of your institution, in case he's not the vice chancellor, he comes up and he says, okay, I want to see how many users that have used Blackboard in this school since Blackboard came out. If you have deleted those users, you cannot see anything because you would only have the users that are currently still students in your institution. Okay, so it helps with proper record keeping. You keep your users, you keep your courses. It helps to even show your performance and usage. Okay, Mr. Mwazu, please go on, sir.
Okay, thank you, please. I want to ask question. Assuming when you are onboarding users,
Yes,
you know,
sir.
you are dealing with human beings. It is not
Yes,
possible
sir.
at times to get the whole user at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
and some might
Definitely.
delay you. So
Yes, yes,
assuming you
definitely.
first got 20 users and then you uploaded them using this postman, using the same
Yes, sir.
procedure you just showed us, and then later on a list of 30 came up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking of two options. Then you tell me which one is the best.
Okay, sir.
I'm
Go on.
thinking of first of all reopen my file that contain the list of 20
Mm-hmm.
and then add this 30
Mm-hmm.
and update and
Okay.
upload rather. Sorry, update.
Mm-hmm.
Second one is to make a list of 30 and
Mm-hmm.
create new users.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, if I use option two, consisting of 20 persons first and then 30 persons
30%
second.
later on. Yes, sir.
At the end, I'll be having a collection of files.
Multiple files, yes.
Yes, one consisting of 20, one consisting of 30
Of
persons.
30, yes. Yes, sir. Okay,
So I'm
so
asking,
are you okay, go on, finish.
yeah, what is the best way to do it?
Okay, so
If,
that's
if,
actually
if
very good.
lists are coming in badges, what is the best way to manage them?
Yeah, that's a good question. Now you have the two options you mentioned are actually very, very correct. And the scenarios you also stated are the best ways to manage those two options. So yes, the both of them are actually correct. So it's up to you to pick which one is best for you. Now, just like what you mentioned, instead of having multiple files, you can either compile everything together at the end of the day, once you're done uploading them individually, which is using the upload new user record, but you're uploading multiple files, right? Because you're getting them in batches. So if you're done uploading those multiple files, at the end of the day, you can just open one of them, or rather open all of them, copy their content and paste it in one file. So you can have one single body of truth, one verified database for all your users. Or better still, you could still be adding those names into the existing file and then use the update feature. That's the essence of that feature, of that update link there. That would help you. Okay, Mr. Reginald, I can see your hand. You will go next. That would help you to upload a record that carries existing users and new users. Now, what the system will basically do is ignore the existing users because they would be showing as duplicates, and then pick the brand new users and upload those ones. Thank you, sir. Okay, Mr. Reginald, please go on. Also, sorry, I would like us, maybe, sorry, I know this is coming late, but please, going forward, you could just maybe state the name of your institution so we
Oh, okay.
can track where these questions are coming from and which people
Okay.
need more support. Thank you, sir.
All
Go
right.
on, sir.
Thank you. So I'm Reginald. I'm representing my DICT in Bayelsa Medical University.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
All right.
So,
So I'm going to ask a question based on the technical challenge I had when I was onboarding our users. So I
okay.
noticed that in Postman, when I used the link for creating new users,
Mm-hmm.
I do get a forbidden error. I
Okay.
tried that couple of times. It wasn't
Yeah.
working for me, so I decided to say, okay, maybe I should use. Let me try the update user record,
Okay.
and it was the update user record that I was able to use to onboard the students. I don't know if there is something that is wrong with the link for the upload new user record that is specific to my institution. So that's what I
Okay,
wanted to
so
just find out.
okay, so if you used update and you went through, then there's actually nothing wrong with your institution or I would say the link. Now, rather, there's nothing wrong with your institution. Now, for the link, as long as you imported these files, these JSON files from the DICT starter kit, and you did not make any changes, you see this is basically the URL here. As long as you don't make any changes to this URL here, the data is meant to go through. So I would want to believe that the error came as a result of, let's say, network fluctuations, because I've even had virtual sessions like this where the DICT was trying to, or rather the rep was trying to upload data. She kept having that 403 error, but I just uploaded the same data using the same postman from my own system and it went through. So most times, if you're having a network, let's say a network glitch or fluctuation on your end, it could affect that upload. Then when you use the, also I would like to ask, when you use the updates function, did you go to the institution hierarchy to verify that those users reflected on the system?
Yes, they did reflect.
Okay, great. So that's also a good sign, and it tells everyone here that the update function also works as expected. So apologies for that inconvenience, but I'm sure it's probably just a network issue. But what I just want you to do when you open your Postman, or possibly if you have it close by, I would like you to open it, come to this upload user record. As you're looking at my screen, I need you to verify that this link here matches the one you have in your own tab for this upload user record. It's meant to end with persons/stop. So if any change is made here, the upload is not going to go through.
Yes,
So
that's what I
please,
have for the upload new record. But for that of
okay.
updates, it ends with refresh.
Yes. So there are different links and they have different URLs. Yes. So person refresh, that's for updates here, because you're basically refreshing the system of existing users. That's why it's showing you that. Then also please make sure that you're using the same username and password on all the links.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So apologies about that, but we could still have let's say a one-on-one session looking at the Postman again to let's make sure that it is just network and then there's nothing wrong with maybe the settings or something else. Okay, any
All
other
right, that'll be fine.
questions
Thank you.
or thank you, sir. Any other questions or should I go ahead? Okay, so I think I'll just continue. So we've covered this already. Mr. Ponfa helped us to Mr. Ponfa, Mr. Mwanzu helped us to explain how to use this particular link properly and how to upload. So now you've uploaded your users, right? Speaking about the update again, you also have the update user node association. Now remember that when you're using the update function, once you update your user record, you also want to update the user node association. Okay, so Mr. Reginald, I hope you did this too. Once you use the update function, you're using it both ways. You have to use the update user record and update user node. Mr. Enoch, go on, sir.
Sorry,
Sir,
come
you
again.
forget about me, sir. About the steps for uploading the JSON file.
Oh, okay, sorry, I didn't forget that, but okay, I'll quickly go back to that. Sorry. Let me just answer Mr. Reginald, then I'll show you that real quick. Okay, Mr. Reginald, please, did you hear what I said?
Repeat yourself again, please. Sorry.
Okay, so I was saying that since you use the update user record to upload those new users, I hope you also, I want to make sure that you actually use the update user node association to upload their association file.
Okay, I have not done user or cause associations yet. We're still
No,
onboarding, except
no, not
I will have to.
courses. So let me try to explain that thing. When you're uploading new users, right? You would upload this upload new user record, right? And once you're
Yeah.
done with that, the next thing you want to do is to create a user node association. You're uploading two files for users.
Okay, like you mean associating the users to my institution or what?
Yes, exactly. So when you're creating new users, you upload those users on the system, and then you would use this user node association to associate them to your institution. Now, when you're doing the updates for people that want to update their user records instead of creating multiple files, when you're doing the updates, once you've used the update user record, we also want to make sure that you use the update node association. Because remember, when you're doing that update, you have new users. There are old users and there are some new users inside that file. So you have to make sure that you also associate those new users to your institution. So I was just asking that I hope after you use the update user record to upload your new users, you also uploaded their user node association.
Oh, I missed that step.
Okay, great. Mr. Enoch, let me answer your question, or rather, basically answer you so that you can drop your hands. So now this is your collection. Once you've created your Postman account, it will bring you to this home page. So from here, you can come to workspace and create a new workspace. Once you've created a new workspace, you just double click on it to open, and then these collections here would be empty. So most likely look like this. Okay, so under collections, you want to import the JSON files. So what you want to do first off is to see this button right here that says plus. Beside this plus button, you have these three dots. So you click on it, and then you would see this import button. Mr. Eno, can you with me? Can you see my screen clearly?
Yes, sir. I can see the screen clearly.
Okay, so you click on the import button, and then a dialog box will come up. This is where you're going to impute those files that you have downloaded from the DICT starter kit. So you, like I mentioned, you can either drag and drop if you have them close by, or you can do select files or select folders. So earlier I used select folders. So let me just show you how the drag and drop works. You can mute your mic now, sir, so that it doesn't disrupt other people. Thank you, sir. So now this is how the drag and drop works. You can just click this and drag it here, and you paste it. Okay, and then it will read all the JSON files in that folder. And then all you just want to do is click on import. Now, once you've clicked on import, those files are now, those JSON files are going to show here. These are the files you're looking at. Let me take this out. This is not part of them, so it doesn't confuse us. So you see, these are the files, the JSON files that you just imported. Okay, so I hope I have answered your question. So once you have these ones, you can just click on this drop down icon here to open the menu and show you all the different links that you will be working with. Now, for people that already use Postman, or this is not your first time with it, you will notice that the view is a little bit different. So that's because there's been an update to the application. And then it's a free application, at least for the functions of Blackboard. You do not need to pay anything to integrate it with your school. So let me close the rest of this so we do not get confused. Okay. So we've covered upload user record, we've covered updates, we've covered user node association. So the next one we're moving to is the terms. Like Lincoln mentioned, once you've uploaded your users, you have to upload your terms, which are your semesters, because the idea is before an academic session will start in your school, before students start going to class, you need to have a timetable. There has to be an academic timetable or academic calendar that shows you all the different courses that will be taken in that session, the duration of those courses and all of that. So the terms template basically does the same thing for Blackboard. Okay, Mr. Clement, I can see your hand up, but let me just finish this real quick and then we'll get to you. So the terms template basically does that same thing. It shows you the start date and end date. I'm sure Lincoln has covered that already. Start date and end date of that semester, the semester name, the acronym, and then the availability of that semester. So now once you have done that, the semester file is just one CSV file for that terms. Then you want to come to upload new terms and basically repeat the same process. Okay, so you come to body. This should be on binary. Click on this search bar here. Upload the file you want from your local machine. Just select the file you want. You come to authorization. Make sure this is on basic auth, and then you input your username and password. Okay, so I think that is the username. So let me put this here. And then this is the password. So input your username and password, come back to body, verify that the file you want to upload is here and it is correct. And this is why it is important to label your files correctly. You label them I would advise to label them adding the, should I say, the names of these links. So for this one now, this says abraca_zip EP. This doesn't tell you what kind of file you're uploading. Are you uploading users? Are you uploading courses? So especially when you're dealing with a lot of people, if you're the DICT and you have multiple reps claiming data for you, they have to upload it. They have to rename it to something that would be easily recognizable, so you know what you're uploading. Now, I can easily tell what this is because I'm the one that cleaned this data and I know how to upload it. Then you come to authorization, make sure your username and password is correct, and then you click on send. Okay, so Mr. Clements, please go on.
Yes, thank you. I'm from Yabatek. I can see your
Okay,
screen.
sir.
That's number one.
Okay.
Then number two, you have not demonstrated how to get the node association key. I think it will be better you do that so that we're able to know how to get
Okay,
that
so
details being populated.
when you say node association key, are you referring to the whole SIS credentials
Yeah.
or just your
Hold
node
on, Chris.
identifier for your school?
Wait,
No, no,
let me
no, no,
explain
no.
that.
Okay,
So
no,
I
sorry.
don't know.
Hold on, let him repeat the question. Go on, sir. Mr. Clement, can hear you.
I said you have not demonstrated how to get the node association key so that we can use it to populate the Excel sheet. How do you get
Sir,
those
I
ones?
don't know. I don't know if sir, we did that yesterday. I also explained that like a couple of times earlier using user onboarding and how to get the user node association. And that was one of the first things I mentioned
Let
today
me pull up the
about.
template while we're waiting.
I made mention about using the user node association template when doing enrollment file. And if I'm correct, Mr. Mwazu was one who guided us on how to do the formula. Am I correct, Mr. Mwazu?
Yes,
Please,
please.
your
Yes,
screen is
please.
not showing, please.
Is anyone able to see my screen? I need to understand if it's a network problem.
It's a
Okay,
network
can anybody
issue.
see my
Can
screen?
anyone see his screen?
Okay, Mr. Moaz says you can see. Mr. Reginald
Yes, sir,
can
I
see.
can see it.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Clement, are you using a phone or you're using a laptop? You're not seeing my screen at all, or it's not clear enough. Which one is it?
I'm using a laptop. I can't see it. It's not
So it's not
showing any
it's not showing
work.
at all. Okay. It's probably your network. I would suggest you can leave the meeting and then join back in. Hopefully, it's going to pick up.
It's okay.
Chris, we're good with that.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we've covered terms, we've covered users. Now the node hierarchy was skipping because we already created nodes on the system. So we're going to move straight to courses. Now, as you can see, courses looks a bit bulky. So let me close this so it doesn't get scary for all of us. So now you have a lot of links for courses, but you're not using all of them. You're actually using just 3 links, unless you want to update. We're using 3 links for courses, which are, let me close this one. So I'll open the 3 of them. Okay, so for courses, we have store courses to upload new courses. We have course node association to upload the node association of those courses, which is associating those courses to your institution. Okay, it's already 12:18. Just got a reminder, we have to wrap this up and then be done by 12:30 so it doesn't get too long. Now we have the third link is the course enrollment/membership. Okay, now these are the 3 links that we're going to be using for these are the 3 links that we're going to be using for courses. Now, as you can see, each of these links has an update function. So you can update, this is for updating courses, and then this is for updating the enrollments, the course enrollment. So now store courses, we've covered the course templates already. We have 2 templates for courses, right? And then 1 for enrollment. So the first template, the course onboarding template, which shows us all the information of those users. I say users, all the information of those courses, from the course title, the course name, to everything related to that course. That is going to be uploaded here where you have store courses. So like Mr. Ponfa helped us explain earlier, you want to come to body. You see the links are all similar, but you have to make sure that this changes. You don't want to upload user data in courses link. Okay, you don't want to upload courses in users or terms. So you make sure that this carries the correct section. So you come here, you take the sample data, sorry, I skipped that. Click on select file, new file from local machine, select the courses you want to upload. Okay, and then come to authorization. This should always be here. It's here by default. You don't need to change anything. You repeat your username and password, and then you send, similar to the other links. Now, before you send, please make sure this is on binary, and then this is correct. Make sure this matches what you're uploading and the name is correct. The file itself is correct. Now, you've uploaded the courses. You'll get your response here. Okay, you can see these response charts here. You can also increase or reduce it depending on how you want your course map to look like. So you've uploaded courses. The next thing is to associate those courses to your institution. Then you come to course node association and repeat the same process. Yeah. So you have authorization, input your username and password. You have body, take out the sample data, input the new file. Let me look for one that carries association. As you see, this one was labeled with ASOC at the end, which represents the association. So I know exactly what I'm looking at. Okay. Binary file you want to upload, authorization, basic auth, SIS username, and password. Mr. Clements, please, when you, I don't know if he's back in the call, please let him raise his hand or me so that we can get back to his question. So, okay, you're back. Thank you. So to answer your question about the node identifier, that is the SIS credentials that we're talking about that has been sent out already. Well, like I said, if you have not received yours or it wasn't handed over to you, maybe if you're a new DIC or if you're a rep, it hasn't been handed over to you, kindly state your name and the name of your institution and someone will send that to you after this meeting. Thank you, sir. If you still have any question, you can unmute or you can just drop your hand and then we would go on. Any new questions can also start coming in. You can be dropping them in the chat. Okay. So, course node association, same process. Body, I would advise you do body first because you by default, your brain might just see you putting username and password and go and select send. You've not uploaded your file, you're not going to get any success message. Okay, so come to body first, impute. Okay, yeah, that was actually the right file that I just deleted. Impute the file you want to upload, make sure it matches what you're uploading. Come to authorization, impute your username and password, make sure it is correct. Once you're typing a new password, it's going to be hidden. You want to make sure you show password and confirm it. Okay. And then you come back to body, confirm the file again, and then click on send. And then you get your response down here. If it's an error message or a success message. Now, the next file and final file that you'll be uploading is the course enrollment or course membership. Now, this has been made easier for us. Why do I say that? Mr. Confa, I would come to you. Now, why I say this has been made easier is that normally before you would want to do, like Lincoln is going to call, he's still going to run through enrollment real quick. So I actually need to round up and hand over back to him. So for the enrollment, you're supposed to enroll your lecturers into courses as instructors and then your students. But now it has been made easier in the sense that you can only just enroll, you can enroll only your lecturers. The students can do self-enrollment. Okay, I'm looking at the question now based on course upload on the dashboard. You mentioned three things: course upload, course enrollment, and course membership. And the third one, please. The third one is course node association. Mr. Noah, course node association is the third one. So it's course enrollment / membership, not and.
Okay,
It's either course and sorry, who's speaking?
Course load association.
Course node association, yes.
Okay, I got that.
Okay, sir, thank you. I'm also typing it out in the comments. Course node association. So it is course upload first, then you do course node association, then you now do the course enrollment. So like I was saying, now you can enroll just your lecturers and then students can do self-enrollment. I'm sure you guys do not do enrollment. You don't do course registration for your students in your school, right? That would be very stressful. Imagine students coming to meet you one by one. Sir, I want to register for your course. You carry their name, putting them one by one. So the same way students handle their course registrations themselves, it's also the same way they would handle this course enrollments here on Blackboard themselves. But you can still do it for them. But in a case where you have, why I'm talking about this is that we have a lot of schools that have like thousands of users, like tens of thousands of users. I've cleaned a data before for an institution that had over 50,000 students. So in that case now, doing enrollment for that number of students would give you at least 500,000 rows in one Excel workbook. And if your laptop is not strong enough, that thing would actually just crash it because it would be too much load for it. That's a lot of data. So To avoid that, you can just do the lecturers, which would not be more than a few thousand, let's say 2,000, depending on how many lecturers you have and how many courses they are taking. Then the students can handle the self-enrollment. But nonetheless, once you've done that, any route you decide to take, if you want to claim for that, you want to enroll them or you have them do the enrollment themselves, you come to this course enrollment/membership, and then you upload the file. So you want to come to body, take this out, impute the enrollment file. I'm not sure I have an enrollment here. Okay, this is an enrollment. So, but this is for courses, but I'm just going to upload it because it carries enrollments in the name. Okay. So come to authorization, impute your username and password, come back to body, verify the data that you're uploading. Now, as you can see, this data is in XLSX, which is the format for Excel. This is not CSV. If I upload this, I'm going to have an error. Your file should always be saved in .csv. So the name should always have .csv at the end. So once you've confirmed this file is correct, then you click on send and you get your message down here. Okay, so I would open the floor to general questions for Postman or the files or yeah, just Postman actually. Then we'll have to rush back to Lincoln so he can run us through the enrollment data cleaning real quick, and we would call it a day after, let's say, a brief Q&A again for general questions and answers. But I would like to start with Mr. Ponfa. His hand has been up for a while. Please go on, sir. Mr. Ponfa, Plateau, I think that's Plateau State Polytechnic, if I'm not mistaken. Your hands are up, sir. Do you have any contribution or question?
Yeah, okay, he can. Sorry, his mic was disabled. It's enabled now. You can speak, sir.
Okay. If anyone has any questions too, you can raise up your hand. So we just have a list to work with.
Okay, thank you, sir. So my question is still on the Postman. There are times that after uploading your users and then the courses, it will show you from the response that is successful. But
Yes,
there's
sir.
an error somewhere and you never know. And it will show you that it's successful, that 200%, everything will be perfect. But still, you cannot access your data. So, and then the only people that can access the error message prompt it's from the back end. I don't know why we from our own end, we can access the error message, but it will still show that it's successful.
Okay.
Why it's not?
Oh, okay. But that's a very good question and observation. Mr. Mwazo, you will be next. I think your hands are up. So, but before, let me just answer him real quick so we do not lose track. Now, Mr. Ponfa, to answer that question, the reason why let me say that extra admin access is not given to you guys is that the system is actually very, very bulky. One. Two, you do not, or rather, it's not, I won't say bulky, robust is the right word to use. Two, you have a lot of users in various institutions. We're trying to avoid a situation where one person would upload data, the other person would delete. One person would upload courses, the other person would change the settings or delete it from the system, right? So now this is why I mentioned earlier that when you're uploading, I would advise you check the numbers before and after, right? We're checking numbers before and after. Now, quite all right, it will show you success here, but there could be some errors. Now, why that is the case is because the status message you're getting here is telling you that, okay, Postman has sent your data to Blackboard. Blackboard has received your data. Now, the error that you might notice in that data from Blackboard's end is, I have seen this data you sent to me through Postman, but I don't really like it. There's some errors in it. There's some mistakes in it. I can see users that are already here before. I can see courses that the course IDs are not correct. You understand what I mean? So when you make those uploads, this is why we always stay in touch. We're always talking. We're always reaching out, and you can always reach out to us too if you happen to need any assistance before we reach out to you. If you make this upload and you notice the numbers do not tally, you can reach out. You can still, now this is also to everyone. You can still make an upload and then tell your support officer, okay, I have made this upload. Please kindly help me check if there's any error. So you want to make sure that all your users are there. You want to make sure that all your courses are there. Because the idea is you need to provide all these things, all these users and courses for the students and lecturers to have access to the system. That is the only way that engagement and usage can go up. You don't want it to be announced on the general platform that your institution is not using Blackboard simply because there was an error in the data that was uploaded. So as you're uploading those data, you want to make sure that you're looking at the numbers, you're verifying that those numbers are matching what you have in your template. Okay, so Mr. Mwazu, please go on. You're a regular speaker, so I think your mic should be, yes, enabled.
I observe that all institutions are sharing centralized database.
Yes, sir.
And for ease of use, we are somehow compelled to attach something to our course codes.
Yes, like an acronym to make it a unique course ID.
Yes. For example, I'm from IMAP. We used to, if the course is mass 111,
yes, sir.
I can decide to say IMAP mass 111.
Yes, sir.
Because
IMAP
I
dash
realize
mass
some students
111.
Yes. Yes,
Yes,
because
sir.
some students will have to enroll themselves.
Yes, sir.
So when they go there, they're going to see a lot of mass 111. If some
exactly.
So when we put IMAP dash mass 111 for our own piece.
Yes, sir.
My question is, how does it affect student transcript? Because the
how does it
institution might be
affect?
saying,
Okay.
the
Yes,
institution
go
might be
on.
saying our courses are my course is mass 111.
Yes, sir.
Why is it capturing IMAP mass 111?
Yes, I understand. That's a good one. Okay, go on. I'm listening to you.
I now feel also that there's no standardization in the naming of courses. In some institutions, the original course is mass 111. And then when spillover come up, they will now write mass 111 for Roman numeral 1.
Okay.
And then that same institution will be having part-time students. The same
Sorry,
course.
I didn't get your last statement, sir. You said the same institution will be having what?
Okay, the original course is supposed to be mass 111.
Yes.
And then they don't know how to manage their students. Whenever they have an issue of spillover students,
yes,
it's supposed to carry the same mass 111. Yes, they change the course ID to mass 111 Roman numeral 1.
Okay. So now, so let me. Is that the end of your
part-time students?
Okay.
No. The same institution may be having part-time students, still having mass 111 Roman numeral 2. The only question I'm afraid of is there going to be conflict between the institution and those managing Blackboard, where they'll be telling you that our courses is mass 111, not IMAP mass 111? I don't know whether there's an understanding between Blackboard and institution on this aspect.
Yes, so there is an understanding.
That's my question.
Okay. So let me start from the last question you asked. There is an understanding between Blackboard and this institution, or all the institutions rather. So the idea is you're making those courses unique. Like you mentioned, it's a general database. You're making those courses unique so that both you and your students and lecturers can easily find those courses, right? The lecturers can easily manage them. You as a DICT or rep can easily manage the records of those courses. Now, on your transcripts, you're putting the course code that is registered in your school. Okay? You don't need to put the IMAP. You're putting the course code that's registered on your school. You're using Blackboard to help digitize the teaching of your students. Okay? Because now, let's say you're doing everything with Blackboard. If you're printing your school's certificate or transcript, it is not going to carry Blackboard. It's going to carry the name of your institution, right? So you are supposed to use the courses that are tailored to your institution. The only reason why you're using it on Blackboard is because it is a general platform and everybody has access to it, to avoid that conflict that you mentioned. Now, to also speak about the questions of part-time users and spillover users, you're actually correct. Most institutions cause this conflict by creating a separate course for those spillover students. It's a carryover, it's a spillover course. You're meant to use the same course that you studied before and failed. You're meant to use the same course content, the same lecturer, probably even the same classroom, depending on how your school is built. But in a case where you want to have spillover courses separately, like entirely different, you want the records and everything to be separate from the original course, you can also create that course on Blackboard. You just have to specify in the course ID, like what you mentioned, Mass 111, Roman numeral 1 or 2. So in this case, you could use something that will make it more obvious. Or you could say, let's say, IMAP dash Mass 111 dash I, or Roman numeral I, which will still be the capital letter I or small letter I. So that way, when you're telling your spillover students to go and do course enrollment, you tell them, look for courses that start with IMAP, look for courses that end with the Roman numerals at the end of those course IDs. That way you have them separately. But if you want them to just use the same course content, they should still use the same courses that your regular students are using. Okay? Thank you, sir. Yeah, this is basically where the usage policy of your institution kicks in. You guys should have a basically I'll call it a standard of operation that would dictate how all these processes would run, and then that would help you with the user management and cost management. Mr. Kelechi, please go on. Lincoln, please check Mr. Kelechi's mic. I think he needs it to be enabled. His hands are up.
Go ahead, Mr.
Hello,
Kelechi.
good morning, sir. Mr. Chris. No. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Hello,
yes,
Mr. Chris.
Yes, I can hear you now, sir. Good afternoon. How's the session so far?
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. We are doing fine. Sorry, there's my observation, and I'm sorry I'm not throwing it up at this time.
Okay.
You know, the last time I onboarded both my staff, students, using the Postman API. But the usage is still confusing to me. On the Blackboard platform, how do staffs get and students get onto use the Blackboard platform? And secondly, I think, is it not better for lecturers to create these courses themselves and now invite students into their class? Like if you have used the Microsoft Classroom, you find out that you can create a class, create a course, and now invite students into the class. I think that way it will be easier to manage the Blackboard than allowing DICT to create, import all the users, and also import courses.
Okay.
Please, if I didn't get it, you correct me, please.
Okay. Are you any further questions?
No, sir.
Okay, so let's start with the usage. Now, for yeah, signal to rush up. So for usage, yeah, how do students and lecturers get on the system? Once you've uploaded the data of these users, the next step at the ICT is to share their login credentials with them. You have access to the HODs, you have access to maybe even some lecturers directly, right? So you want to share these credentials with them. Now, this is why we advise to use a default password, right? So let's say Mr. Kelechi has uploaded 1,000 students. You can give those 1,000 students or students and lecturers, give all of them the same password. Okay, so you just go to your DICTs or, sorry, I said your HODs or the lecturers directly, how that the process is done in your institution. You go to them and tell them, okay, your username is your staff ID for lecturers. Your username is your matric number for students. Remove the /, type the username with just characters and numbers, with just letters and numbers rather, because they're all characters. Your password is, let's say, DICT, no, rather Blackboard 2026. That's your password. Once you log in, please change your password. Now you have given them access to the system. Once they log in, it is going to reflect that usage has started showing on your school. You understand? Like engagement has started in your school. The next thing is upload the courses. You pass the message again to them. These are the courses, this is the course identifier rather for the courses in this our institution. For the lecturers, you have been enrolled. For students, go to social page, go to the course page, course catalog, look for the courses that start with this acronym, like I explained to Mr. Mwanzu. Look for the courses that start with this acronym and enroll into those courses. Now, that's basically what you just need to do to boost your engagement. Create users, upload courses, enroll the lecturers. Now, lecturers will handle the course content. The students just have to log in, go to their course page, do enrollment, and then they'll see all the courses that they have, and then start consuming their content. Now, for the second question, about lecturers doing the enrollment. So the thing is, like I mentioned earlier, it's a centralized, or rather, like Mr. Mwanzi mentioned, it's a centralized system, a centralized database. The idea is to prevent unnecessary clutter on the system. Okay, you don't want a situation whereby you have gone to upload a course and a lecturer has access to also delete that course. Now, if the head of the institution comes out that he needs records on Blackboard, he's not going to meet the lecturer. He doesn't know who the lecturer is, or at least doesn't know who the lecturer is for Blackboard. He's going to meet the DICT. The DICT should be the one that would have all the records of these courses and users, right? You don't, okay, now let's say you're talking about engagement. Can you actually be sure that the content on Blackboard is correct if you're not the one monitoring it? Let's say for your school. A lecturer could tell you, Blackboard is not working. I cannot do this, I cannot do that. But since you're not the one that uploaded that course, you will not know if he's telling you the truth or not. Okay, so now for the courses, when I say creating courses, you know the way you uploaded users, you're not logging into everybody's individual account, right? You're just uploading them and they'll handle they'll handle themselves basically. So it's basically the same thing for courses, right? Okay, Mr. Clements, you go on once I'm done. It's basically the same thing for courses. You're just uploading the course, let's just call it the course name self. You just upload the course name or the course shell, you can call it a shell. Okay, once you upload it, the course content upload management is up to the lecturer. The grades of your students is up to them. The assessment is up to them. You're not doing anything. What you can just do from time to time is come in, check your records, okay? Check the database that you have, because you should have all your data that you're uploading on standby, basically on an offline device. You check the data you have. Okay, I have 1,000 users here. I'm also seeing 1,000 users on Blackboard. You check your, what's it called? Your courses, all your courses are there. Now, because you're an administrator, you can have access to all those courses too and observe how the lecturers are even performing in those courses. If they are taking quizzes, if they're actually using it, if students are engaging in those courses. But if you leave this role to just the lecturers, it is not going to help your engagement at all. I hope that answers your question, sir. Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Clements, please go on. Oh, okay, Lincoln, please check his mic. I think he's disabled. Then after Mr. Clements, we'll take Mr. Pomfa.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Please, I want to find out as an administrator.
Yes, sir.
Because when I was using Moodle platform LMS, I do have access to all courses.
Okay.
That's number one. Secondly, I was the one that assigned a lecturer to a course. I enroll a lecturer to a course. Now, this is a Blackboard. I want to find out, as an administrator, do I have access to all courses at the back end? That's number one. Number two, whose role is to engage or to enroll a lecturer to a course? Is it a lecturer that will enroll him or herself to a course? Or is it the duty of the administrator to enroll each lecturer to a particular course? So those are my two questions, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. So first questions, access, permissions, right? As a,
yes,
or rather as an administrator, yes,
to have access to all the courses.
Yes,
I'm access to all courses.
Yes, I'm actually answering that. As an administrator, you do have access to all those courses. You can make them available, you can make them unavailable, you can check their enrollments, you can check the usage. And then for the second question, the DICT, or rather you as an administrator, let me use that word instead now. So you as an administrator would be the one to enroll the lecturers into those courses to give them the instructor access. Okay, does that answer your question, sir? Or did I miss anyone?
Okay, but okay, so it is when I've done that they will now be able to have access to upload their course content, right?
Exactly. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank
So
you.
once you've, yes, sir, thank you. So once you've done the upload of users and courses, you do your enrollment, you tell your lecturers, I've given you everything you need. Go and start using Blackboard. They'll be the ones taking tests, they'll be the ones taking quizzes, assessments, everything is up to them once you've uploaded them. Okay, so next person would be I thought Mr. Pomfa's hand was up before. Before Mr. Dr. Sule. Oh yeah, Mr. Pomfa, please go on, then we'll take Dr. Okay, I think he has dropped his hand. Oh.
Okay, yes, sir. So my question has almost been answered because after onboarding all the courses,
Yes, sir.
I believe the lecturers should be in charge of assigning all their content. That's
Yes, sir.
using the Blackboard. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So after then, the lecturer will have the responsibility to manipulate the course content and then granting his own student permission. So what I
Exactly.
wanted to ask has been asked already. So thank you, sir.
No
I
problem,
just
sir.
need clarification so that the
Okay.
admin will not be the he will not be responsible in
No,
creating the content of the courses again.
no. That's why I mentioned earlier that you're not tasked with the responsibility of going to collect course materials, because I know how a lot of you are maybe suffering with collecting user data alone, going to meet lecturers one by one, HODs one by one to get your
Thank you.
users and courses. So the lecturers will be the ones, once you've uploaded and enrolled them into those courses, they'll be the ones managing the courses completely. Okay, so any further questions? If not, let me just hand over back to Mr. Lincoln so we can round this up. Any questions on Postman now? Any questions at all? Any part of the system, the application? Okay, I don't see any. But if anything new comes to mind, you can drop it in the chat. If the meeting has ended, you can also drop it in the community. Mr. Moazu, please go on.
Thank you, please. Sorry, it shouldn't feel as if I'm speaking for the instructors.
Okay,
I've
sir.
noticed the function in the Blackboard
Yes,
where
sir.
you can generate questions with the help of AI.
Yes, sir.
It works, but it is too small, the content to be given to students. I don't know if there's
Okay.
a way you can improve the content of modules generated by AI.
Okay, so if you're still on that page, or if you're looking at it after this meeting,
Okay.
when you start creating that content with AI, there are settings. There should be like a navigation panel on the left where you see the different settings to control that content that you're creating. So you can see complexity. You can see, and since it's AI, right? It's a generative AI. You have the option to create a prompt. So you can even tell the AI directly, I need you to create 20 modules, right, on this course. You also have access to control the complexity. How many modules do you want? The options are there. If you look at it again, how many modules do you want? How hard do you want it to be? How long do you want those modules to be? So all those settings are actually there in the AI creation option.
Okay, I've seen number of modules, I've seen complexity. What I'm asking
Exactly.
now is content, plenty or small. I don't know if that one is there.
Content, when you say content,
You
I'm
see
kind
like
of
5 lines,
confused.
like 5 lines of a generated
Okay, so
code.
have you used AI to generate yet, or this is your first time?
On the Blackboard, not somewhere else, on the Blackboard.
No, I know. Yes, sir. That's what I'm asking. Have you used the AI on
Yes.
Blackboard to generate yet?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so
But not recently.
after you, okay, so now, but you can try it again now. Once you generate that content, you might be seeing 5 lines, but once you've generated that content, you would see that the content itself is actually a lot. It's not just going to be a very little, she has a little content. And then as an instructor, you have access to create more modules and add more content, right? So anyone that has been created, you can also edit it, increase the content in it, or reduce it. It's up to you as an instructor to play around with the courses.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. So I don't see any more hands up. I think we would call it a day. So let me hand over back to the organizer to call it a wrap. Thank you so much for your time. And I hope, okay, Dr. Sule, okay, please, this will be the last question. We've gone so far. Go on, sir.
I think we still have a template to go. We still have a template to go. We've not touched, so we can questions we need to
Okay.
hold on. We have a template
Okay,
to go, please.
so
We actually have we've
sorry.
not already gone
Sorry,
beyond
sir.
the time. It's almost 1 p.m.
Okay, Dr. Sule, if the question is not for Postman, let's just keep it till after Lincoln is done with the final template. Okay?
Okay, sir. Please, before you go, sir, please, I
Yes,
don't
sir.
know if you can help us reshare the updated template for the user onboarding, the course onboarding, and the course onboarding, because the one that was there previously, there are some modifications on it. So if you can just get this recent one that capture all the updated information in it, it will help us go a long way instead
No
of
problem,
going
sir.
back and then don't know which one to use.
No problem, sir. So your feedback has been noted, and that would be shared after the session. Thank you very much. Okay, so Lincoln, please take over. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chris. I almost wanted to cancel the template and take it to tomorrow because we've already taken out all the time on it already. Do you want us to still continue with the template or we should just postpone? I'm not hearing any response. Do we continue? Do we postpone the template for today?
I think let's
Because
postpone
we are
it.
way beyond time, and I know it's about time
Let's
for people to
postpone
go
it,
and
please.
pray. So thank
Let's
you all for
postpone
joining
it.
in. Thank you all for joining the session for today. We'll meet again tomorrow. We'll meet again tomorrow, same time. Tomorrow's time will be a bit shorter, within an hour. We should be done. It's just to walk you through the enrollment template and a much easier process of the enrollment. So thank you all for joining. The same link, same time, same place, 10 a.m. We'll finish up on 10. Thank you very much. You have a wonderful afternoon.